Greetings. This is Latin Deus, General of the Armies. This is a communique for Vladimir Putin and all the ranks in the communist chain of command. My link by military communism invokes by this invocation attention to all stakeholders. This is a short blip here. I have one point. Like with my statements, well, here we go. I am aware there was something about these nuclear exercises in the news, which wasn't exactly the reason I had to make my nuclear statement so recently about all of existence changing forever. I've been told, I finally got word back as we've gone through these rounds. With the war going so crazy, they sort of opened up some policies like anyone who wants in gets in. No, they wouldn't let me in. They got back to me about how I get in on their terms. And it's once things actually get to the point where anyone from the USA is in proper consideration for the Russian side, or the just like everybody side. I said that I just want to sort of be out there and maybe be one of these terms I've been using, like I'm military. What type of military? The general type. Like I'm the general education of the military, unbranched general education. I'm military. Well, we're just running through the playbook here. And this point I don't have well documented in any place of my research by way of physical records, but nevertheless, it's a pungent, permanent point of what occurs when things go so wrong. We're at a world war and we're trying to control the stages, so with it hitting world war in all the official appropriate ways, the whole world is at war. The whole world will be admitting the world is at war, so that the world war can start at the stage of world war where the world's warring parts, being all of them anywhere, are in accord such that in this world, everywhere, anywhere, it is acknowledged the world is at world war. And back to a more easy point here, I finally get to rush in for the special call that everybody who's wanted to get out there and just pick a side, get to it. Put me in this position. I'm on the move. I'm on the. I'm in the heat. Like the races. Like this is some rat race of heats. I'm in the heat. It can't even count right because I'm on the American continent until we're at the stage I qualify by the superhero rules. I've been saying all my Stalin stuffs and all of these and those, and I forget if we had President Fake TV guy might have done it right and been the superhero of the world. Anyway, I hold the right to get into this thing the way they've said they're taking anybody in some ways when they're ready to let me in the war superheroes round, with them having got my rule down to me here in the continent America of USA American English to have it expressed in that nobody can even count as a fair war participant by the accumulated terms of a fair worldwide call to war I've responded to, with there only being the term we've hit of our people having to rise to the level of World War military superhero to count as anything that can respond to the call of wanting to get to war. Because there's been a fair call, everybody gets to go to war if they want. And anyhow, it's looking like it's not too far off. Oh, well, I'm not beseeching the big strikes and orders, but I beseech like every time. At this point, I request confirmation response by confirmation with request fulfillment of maybe the standard template messages about the terms we don't have properly documented in template language formation of language that forms the requested response on the terms of World War superheroes. Stalin-like World War superheroes. I think we tried to make Stalin a World War superhero here, but he won in those special ways that mean it in a way that also sort of didn't mean it, because they managed to put together the TV units that were trying to get through the message to everybody. I didn't get to see any of it, and I forget who the other superheroes of the World Wars were. And I request stories and statements and the exacting of the special repetition of the base blank template words. You can return the request in the evolved species of hemp from the last communique about a protection of new species. I've been told when they express the new terpene patterns and all this new stuff about how I'm sort of like cooking something up, trying to pretend to be normal here with this stuff, that no. By the time it's not just like a mix of the stuff with the ingredients, still the same stuff, but like your plant ate it and is now expressing it like it now has the body odor of what it ate as the plant body. In the special way, it's now the plant expressing that stuff, like the smell stuff has been digested, so it's cannabis smell stuff, even though it's the same stuff the cannabis digested of the smell type, like what it shares with the orange and the strawberry and the apple. So there's some communist money there, big communist money, by mixing your marijuana with your hemp and procuring your hemp with your basic fruits. We're just at the beginning of how powerful this is. And here's one basic big money piece of my PS postscript as I wrap around finishing my operations I wanted on film. I said I might try to put the species on film again. What is this money unit? Right. So then, finally, in this research I've been working on for so long with having brought marijuana into the processes I've discussed, when you finally feed the hemp the marijuana the way you sort of feed it the fruit, like you're just putting little pieces into the buds, in the way it is stuck up in the bud, and the bud can then eat it because there's no way it's getting out of the bud by anything normal to the bud that doesn't destroy it. Having the marijuana in there has brought the special super terpene power control unit. I'm sort of babbling here. Anyhow, I have these terms in terms of eating of layman's terms. Like, I can eat this hemp and you can chew on hemp a little. Sometimes it's really bad. It hurts you really bad. Like, it has all the super terpenes and it's scary like that stuff. But usually it is food, at least as supplement, that is edible. The way when something is so powerful of taste, it really doesn't count as a normal edible food, such as marijuana. And with marijuana having this power, as I've marked up on our market here, that it is almost completely intolerable to palate and eat marijuana raw. With our products here, the terpenes are just so super potent, you actually just touch it to your tongue and take it away, and you've almost had just way too much, and you're hurt for like 30 minutes if it's not pleasant to you. The hemp eats it and gets whooped up in that special way. You now sort of have this special thing, like that whole hemp bud is turning into this case of it having the marijuana super potency, terpene hurt you, eating it, rate control, hereditary mechanism triggered, whatever. Money, communism, money, beseech the new world order strike by end of Fortnite. I don't know.